My name is Matt Van Drimmelen, General Manager of Full Circle Care. I'd like to explain a way to enhance the care of your families with minimal risk and minimal cost. First, let's look at how funeral service is done today. Traditional funeral services provide three major areas of comfort and help. First, funeral homes offer pre-arrangement services to help people prepare for that which surely will come. They can take the emotion out of an otherwise emotional time frame. Second, after the loss has occurred, the funeral home assists the family with the arrangement process, when plans have not been made ahead of time, helping the family determine what kind of services best suits their needs. And third, once the arrangements are all in place, the funeral home makes sure the family's wishes are carried out to perfection, service is given, and the family is assisted through this difficult time. These are essential services. However, from the family's perspective, there is a chasm remaining. Imagine, if you will, that your spouse just passed away. Do you know what government agencies have to be contacted? Do you know what to do with finances, wealth transfer, and so on? Even if you do, how many of your clients' families know what to do? They are emotionally compromised and do not know where to turn when it comes to getting help with these difficult tasks. You have held their hands the whole way through this process, and quite frankly, they need it now more than ever. Who else can they turn to? Lawyers and financial planners will do some things, but not anywhere near everything they need to do. If you have ever had to deal with someone like Social Security before, at this point, all you know is you don't want to ever do that again. That is why Full Circle Care includes going the extra mile and holding the family's hand to the end of this very difficult process of losing a loved one. Let me give you a real-life example. Last July, I helped a very young new widow in a difficult situation. She was a stay-at-home mom, and her husband was an Iraq War veteran who had passed away, leaving her and their 3 small children. I called her the day after her husband's services. Although she was appreciative of the comfort and the help she had received up to that point, now her plate was overflowing. She had 0 income. Her landlord told her she would have to move out if she couldn't pay the rent, but she had nowhere to go. She was at the end of her rope with nobody to turn to. I assured her that we would be with her every step of the way to figure things out. After a couple of hours, we had contacted all the necessary people and found all available benefits. She now had an income of about $1,700 a month, with a lump sum death benefit of over $5,000. She also had the knowledge that things had been done the right way and there was nothing left to do financially. What a relief! The circle of care was completed. She was comforted and her needs were completely taken care of. Now, here's another way to look at this. Isn't it true that every family you serve expects perfection in what you do? However, as we all know, stuff happens. Whether it's the misspelling of the name in the obituary the family proved, or the florist whose flowers wilted before the service. It doesn't matter whose fault it was, you get the blame. It is easy for the family to dwell on and talk about the near perfection in your service to them. With Full Circle Care, they now focus on the service they received but did not expect. Can you imagine how a better, lasting impression on every family served would improve the perception of your funeral home in the community? Giving Full Circle Care dramatically increases the overall value of all your services. So, what does the last component of Full Circle Care look like at your funeral home? There are 4 main areas of care that envelops the family. We inform them, protect them, and thoroughly walk them through each task that must be done. First, we apply for continuing benefits from Social Security and the VA, as well as notify Medicare. We walk them through the next steps of wealth transfer, probate, wills, trusts, vehicle transfer, and so forth. We contact health insurance. We help them claim life insurance or change beneficiaries on survivor insurance policies as needed. Lastly, we contact and transfer finances from pensions, retirement accounts, and bank accounts, and we set up a fraud alert for their protection. Over the phone, we walk them through each task that needs to be done and complete it with them so they don't have to go it alone. At the end, having built the relationship of trust and having helped them make a plan for the future, we explain to the family the benefits of pre-planning funeral arrangements and offer to schedule a no-obligation appointment with an advanced funeral planning representative from your funeral home. Let's turn from the full care of the grieving family to how Full Circle Care can benefit your funeral home. Almost any business strategy book you read will emphasize as a core principle the importance of product or service differentiation in your market. Tom Peters is one of the most notable authors or consultants on this topic. Mr. Peters emphasizes two things. First, you must differentiate to grow. And second, the customer must understand how you are different, which, as you know, can be very difficult in the funeral industry. Let me give you an example. One of our full circle care counselors assisted a little old German lady right after the death of her husband. The widow's daughter was also present during our service and witnessed the valuable help her mother had been given. At the conclusion of the session, the daughter asked the counselor an unanticipated question. She said, "Who is going to help me with these things when my husband dies?" She went on to say that her husband, who was also in the room, had bone cancer and was not expected to live more than a few years. The daughter came to realize that the funeral home where she and her husband had already completed their own pre-need funeral plans did not provide full circle care. She immediately transferred her funeral plan to our client funeral home so that years down the road, her children would receive the same help and assistance she just experienced with her mother. Imagine how you will be perceived in the community. You now offer premium care. You can clearly differentiate your services to families and to the public. Imagine the surprise and delight your client families will feel when they are given the gift of full circle care. No longer are you just a funeral home. You are the comforters that took care of the family in every way during their greatest time of need. They expected you to help them arrange a beautiful service and take care of their loved one, but they never expected to get full circle care. That is why offering full circle care can be a powerful tool to help you grow your market share and better serve families. Now, every one of your families and all the people they talk to about your incredible service will have a clear understanding that your funeral home is different and better. That is completing the circle from fully fulfilling families' needs to increasing your influence and market share. Are these extravagant promises? Not at all. We have seen this model work again and again. Funeral homes in a competitive market who go the extra mile, rise above the fray, differentiate themselves, and stand out. For example, one of our funeral home partners was averaging about $300,000 a year in pre-need sales. They decided to offer full circle care as part of their overall marketing strategy. Now they average over $700,000 in pre-need sales per year. The sales staff reports that over 30% of those sales come directly as a result of the Full Circle Care program. There are 3 ways to engage our services. First, and most impactful, is to include the cost of our service in your service package price. This will ensure that every family is offered and receives this incredible service. Because this option positively impacts every family you serve, your funeral home will receive the full benefit of being a full circle care provider. The second option is to offer full circle care service as a product offering on your general price list. You could mark up our service and make it another revenue generator. The third option is to provide the name of the deceased, the name of the family contact and their phone number, and we will call on your behalf to offer them the service. The family would pay for the service and we would pay you a commission for every family served. Each option comes with a money-back guarantee. All of these options will increase the service you are providing and complete the circle from excellent service to growing your business. We believe you will be impressed with our service so much that we are offering a free no-risk trial. Thank you for listening. I hope to hear from you soon.